Charlamagne the God, we are the Breakfast Club.
What's happening? Good morning.
Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Trey, Songz, and Keke Palmer.
It's about time.
What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report.
Talk to him.
With Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, Keke Palmer has posted a couple of videos about Trey Songz. Now, apparently she's in his video, and she said she was filmed against her knowledge. She said she was invited to a party in Miami that Trey Songz asked her to come to, and she was pressured into being in his video. She said, "Come on, bruh. I clearly said no, and you said okay, yet I was being secretly filmed when you told me, let me just show you the idea. Wow. This is what I'm referring to in my previous post. This is the sexism and misogyny I referred to, because if I was a dude, he wouldn't have even tried me like this." So she said, "I'm serious about my business. You will not use my likeness without my permission." Here's more of Keke Palmer going off.
They start playing a song that I happen to be in. They start saying like they want me to be in it. One person asks me, I say no. Another person asks me, I'm like, no. People keep asking me. Now, mind you, they've been giving food, they've been giving drinks, and I'm just starting to feel like, yo, I'm being like cornered, like, and I'm not in a professional situation. I'm being pressured to do business, and I'm not in the right mind. I'm under the influence, and I don't feel like it's fair that I'm having to deal with this right now.
I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary. I could be wrong, but I feel like I hear a lot of alternative facts in her story.
Why do you say that?
I just feel that way. Like,
well, she said she was hiding in a closet.
Like, why would
because
you hide
she
in the
was
closet? Why would you just leave?
so afraid of any more conflict. She said, my last option was to hide because you all would not listen when I said I didn't want to be in the video the first time. Here's some more of Keke Palmer.
Really, I keep getting asked and asked and asked and asked and pressured and put in a situation like, literally, I got so overwhelmed with what to do, didn't know what to do, because my Uber wasn't gonna get there quick enough time. I know that sounds comical as but y'all, I hid in the goddamn closet. Literally, he starts laughing once he opens up the closet and sees I'm in there and sees how nervous I was. He was like, "Yo," he was like, "You don't have to be in the video." He was like, "Damn."
So she also said that she suffered from anxiety most of her life. I didn't go to high school. I'm a bit socially inept. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. What matters is I said no.
I've had a lot of conversations with Keke. We all have. We've seen her talk. She seems very mature. I think that she would up and leave, right? Why would you go hide in the closet?
Well, she said her Uber was taking too long, so that's why she
go wait on the curb. Tell the Uber get there.
Maybe it's raining outside, but
hide in the closet?
It seems a little strange.
And she seemed assertive enough to put her foot down and be like, look, don't record me. That's that. Period.
Maybe she was under the influence.
Well, I think she thought she wasn't being recorded because she said they secretly recorded her and she told them she didn't want to be in the video. Now, listen, I understand. The video comes out. I didn't approve this. Maybe she didn't have her makeup done. Maybe she didn't look right. Maybe she just wanted to handle the business part of it. I get that. I'm not against that at all.
Yeah, but the hiding in the closet thing sounds strange.
But I do feel like, you know, and it's wrong if somebody did not give their approval and consent to be in a video. But she could have hit him and said, listen, can you edit me out of the video?
But the hiding in the closet thing sounds strange.
Now, Trey Songz responded on Twitter. He said, baby girl bugging, point blank, period. Got my number, could have called, saw the cameras and the lights, heard action. I don't do this Twitter-ish, girl. You know me, and got my number. F out of here. And there's been situations.
Why do people always say they don't do that Twitter stuff on Twitter? That never confuses anybody?
No.
But it wasn't, yeah. But I also feel like when you feel you're in that situation, like I've been places where all of a sudden somebody's making a music video out of nowhere, like you just leave.
But did you hide in the closet?
No, we just
you left.
That's what makes it sound like an alternative fact. Why'd you hide in the closet and not just leave?
All right.
But she could send a cease and desist and they can stop that video immediately.
Right. But now I made it a bigger deal because you put it out there, so now everybody's looking to see her in the video. All right, Madonna, she was at the Women's March, and she talked about blowing up the White House. So she has had to since respond to that. Here's what she said.
I am outraged. I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House, but I know that this won't change anything. We cannot fall into despair. As the poet W.H. Auden once wrote, we must love one another or die.
All right, she has clarified that was supposed to be a metaphor. She said, I'm not a violent person. I do not promote violence, and it's important people hear and understand my speech in its entirety rather than one phrase taken wildly out of context. I spoke in metaphor, and I shared two ways of looking at things.
You don't take out of context somebody saying, I often think of blowing up the White House.
She said, but then she said, I know that wouldn't solve anything.
I get it, but you can't really take that out of context.
Well, the Secret Service spokesperson now has said that they are aware of her remarks when they were opening an investigation.
There you go.
Before they decide how to proceed.
Drop one of Clues bombs with the Secret Service. Now, I wasn't going to say nothing because it was such a great cause, but that's some Madonna privilege there. Now, you can't just go around talking about blowing up the White
You
House.
go on and keep on dropping bombs and see if they don't open an investigation.
I didn't say I'm going to drop a bomb on the White House. Okay? I didn't say that.
All right, now here's some unfortunate news. Reggie Bush might have a baby by a side chick. Apparently, there's some video.
It's an alternative child. Yeah.
Allegedly, of him having sex with Monique Exposito. She was a Miami nightclub waitress. And in the video, she's saying that she's always wanted a mixed baby. And he says, then I'll effing... I don't know if I can say this.
But you give
inside of you.
You give a man a reason to take the condom off, he's going to take it off. Jesus Christ.
Well, she is due to deliver their baby next month.
Don't give me that option. I make bad choices in life.
Reggie Bush still hasn't had that DNA test.
DNA text? Whoa. You get those
He hasn't
now?
had a DNA test.
Whoa.
But they're saying that he offered her $3 million in hush money in order for her to have an abortion. Clearly, she didn't. Also, she's married, by the way. She's married, and now her husband wants to leave her, of course. And Reggie Bush is named in those divorce papers several times and wants to make sure that he is the father.
So she had an alternative relationship with Reggie Bush,
married.
and they had an alternative child.
Now, her husband said he didn't have sex with her around the time of conception, so it couldn't be him. There's no way he's the father, and it's got to be Reggie Bush.
Why would you
Unless
shoot
it was
a
somebody
girl's-
else, too.
Why would you shoot a girl's club up and then pay her to have an abortion? You made the conscious decision to shoot her club up. You know what happens when sperm goes inside the vagina.
He might have been under the influence.
Under the influence of some good poom poom. Ladies, don't ever give a man the option to take the condom off. Please. Okay? It's a tough decision that we often make the wrong choice.
Well, she's got a new house now and a new car, and so...
She won.
I'm Angela
She
Yee,
won.
and that is your rumor report.
All
I
right,
hear a
thank
winner.
you, Miss Yee.
She wasn't at the Women's March this weekend, I'm sure. She was not there. She was like, I have no reason to be marching. I'm good.
All right, when we come back, Janae Eichel will be joining us. We'll kick it with Janae Eichel, so don't go anywhere. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.